Anyway, let's jump right into it. You wanted the build, we're going to give you the build. Be sure you can always see me live on Twitch.tv, the Blue Metal Viking. Here is our DK. Burning Spell Weave Sword. Nernhone. Use poisons if you want. I like poisons because it has a little extra pressure against some of the better players. We have Rallying Cry on the back bar, defending. Our Burning Spellweave Mace. Charged. Apply status effect. Now, I usually go with the shock status, shock enchantment, which will proc minor vulnerability. Or give them the concussion. Forget what the. There. Concussion deuces something. It's not minor vulnerability. Now here, kind of your flex spot if you want to. This is a fully offensive DK. We survived. We are fully offensive. Wanted it a little bit more tanky. You can go with a heavy or medium blood spawn. And of course, medium or light blood spawn here. But we are in Baylor's. And as the monster set. Reinforced on the head. Reinforced on the chest. Puts our tradies there. All tri-stack glyphs. Another well-fitted. I like to go 4 well-fitted. 3 reinforced. We get enough crit resistance from our Rallying Cry. Of course, Burning Spellweave on the belt. Burning Spellweave on the gloves. Rallying Cries on the pants. Don't usually want light pants, but this is how it worked out. And Burning Spellweave on the boots. And Sea Serpent's Coil. If you don't like the snare of Sea Serpent's Coil, then go Rallying Cry necklace. Either Marking Ring. And that is all up to you. The Malakath. Whatever your favorite mythic of choice is. I know the snare is annoying. Which is why I go 4 well fitted to get. I just do the hop. I B-hop all over the place. It's just too much damage to give up. And 40% damage reduction. This is great. You're almost immune to a gank at full health. So 1 infused and 2 bloodthirsty, 2 mag cost reduction. Our skills are expensive, so we make them cheap. And potion of choice is tripods. Tripods are the cheap choice. Could not afford these, but if you can afford these, this is what I recommend. Harrison pots, Columbine, Dragon Broom, and Dragon Blood. Help you build that ultimate, and of course DK, when we use ultimate, we get resources back. Just to give you an idea, a Rallying Cry ain't gonna be active. Fully buffed up. Minus Rallying Cry, minus Sea Serpent. Just 53. Okay. Distances are there. Of course, our back bar resistances are going to be a little higher with the staff. That's our defensive bar. We got plenty of healing. Get this to stand in the heal. This is our burst heal. This is another heal over time. And this belongs here. Sorry, Bill was moved around. This is going to give us a heal. This will give us a heal. Our ultimate will give us a heal. We're in good shape. Now, if you don't need, take flight. So, could add a little more damage if you wanted to. You don't want to leap on people, put this there, and we'll have a lot more. And a little more. Before. Birds of Sea Serpents and Rally Cry. That will go up. Oh, Burning Spellweave ain't procced either. So, we can at least proc Burning Spellweave. Yeah, 61 without Rallying Cry and Sea Serpents. Ah, skills. Let's go over the back bar. Corrosive as our ultimate. Igneous weapons. I like the hardened armor. Some people like volatile armor. But that shield, you can pop this. You're in a sticky situation. Roll dodge, B-hop, pop this. And then you can get your burst heal. And then your shield will protect you while you get that burst heal. So, like, trying to get the fuck away, get your shield, then you get the burst heal, then you're good to go. You can pop this down and it'll take care of the rest. And get this, and you're ready. And this is just a great AoE heal to stand in. Throw this somewhere, roll into it, run into it, whatever you gotta do. It'll be there to help you. Now the front bar. Shattering Rocks is your CC. This is your debuff plus a dot and damage. This is kind of like our spammable. First 3 fireballs. We can see who's the squishiest one in the bunch. It's a great little squishy test. Kind of like an armor test. We can tell who's going to die faster just by them getting hit by flames of oblivion. Now this. You can spam this in, I'd say, a group of 12 or more players usually. I mean, you're eventually going to die. Some situations, you can spam this. You're going to heal so much. You just heal, back up full health. I mean, you're going to heal for 102% of the damage cost. The more enemies, more healing you get. Besides, something we're going to go over. I had to figure out. We have been working on this a long time. Of course, we build our 3 stacks of whip. That's our execution. It can be a spammable as well to help finish enemies off if they got a little bit of health left. But we will go over all that then. Alright, so we're 22,000 magicka, 31,000 health, 16,000 stam. We don't need a whole lot of pen, but we still have a major breach from Noxious Breath. We're still over 10k pen. Corrosive gives us max pen. We are a Breton. And if you can't use Forward Smoke Bear Haunch, go for Jewels of Misrule. You only lose a little bit. Ain't much. You could probably get away with Bewitched Sugar Skulls as well. So those are your 2 backups. I used to play with Bewitched Sugar Skulls. It was okay. Just my flat back stats. Your potions for sustain. And then Warrior, because we get minor brutality. And the must-have for PvP, Vampire Stage 3. But now we all know what Vampire Stage 3 is. But here we go. Undeath passive. Very slightly will benefit from this. Undeath, strikes from the shadows. I mean, if you come out sneak, we're going to gain a little more damage. This, I believe, only pertains stage 4. Yes, stage 4. Alright. What else do we need? Do the champion points. Now the green tree, we'll get this out of the way. This really doesn't matter too much. But you want your mount speed, food, potions. Usually that. But doesn't matter. Those 3 are the main 3 you want. And this, if you want it. And if you're mounted up, running out of combat, trying to run the whole way across Cyrodiil, this will come in handy. If you're maxed out stam, you can ride a while. Alright. On to the blue tree. For single target. Deadly aim. Master at arms. Now we have the option to proc off balance. So why not take advantage of the 10% damage done bonus? Put that on. And we have one defensive right here. Ironclad. Everything pretty much all damage taken. It's going to be direct. So, put that on. Now this red tree. Kind of go a couple different rounds. Want more health? Take more health. Armor? Probably going to need that. This? Yes. 2, I say they're a must-have. It's paid refuge. Survival instincts. Now, we have celerity on. Why? Because we're being snared. Sea serpents. That's not really why. We can stay at 3/4 health, then burst up before we go back into combat. And we can proc sea serpents, get them down. Another little thing. Sea serpents ain't proc, we're not snared. So we benefit from the celerity to get away if we need to. Just let sea serpents run out, survive till then, get to a safe spot, rebuff, get the full health, then we're ready to go again. You don't want sea serpents, go with sustained by suffering. We got options. So, we would get this buffed up, that buffed up, that. Usually sea serpents would be proc by then, rallying cry. We would spam this for a while. Then we would hit inhale, shattering rocks, and inhale would go off at the same time as your whip and shattering rock. They're like a triple burst combo. You need a little more. You boom. Of course. That is pretty much it. Of course, with the ulti, we get Baylor's proc. Like I said, if you want to be a little more tanky, put on Blood Spawn. Now, I'll give a little variation here. Say somebody in your group's running Rallying Cry. Okay. You're in a group. And your group needs a bomber. My little survivable setup here. And it's not all in dedicated for bomber. But we got variations on this deacon. We've been playing with this son of a bitch for a long time. As you can see. Hard bomb, still a little viable. But, hey, give you a variation here. Change things up. We don't really change anything else. Good for this. Thing pretty much stays the same. And if you're solo and outnumbered, say your keep fights. Good for this. And there's only one skill we change here. Go for that. Basically the same setup, except for we have Dark Convergence and Plague Break. We got dual swords for the damage. For Dark Convergence on the back bar. Now, here, decisive. Builds ultimate. Why is ultimate beneficial? Guys. Paylords. Helps the bomb. I am no master bomber. Let's just get that straight away. Squared away. But I have had fun with this setup. Get some, you don't. Either way, it's still nice keep pressure. I noticed running with packed up in Cyrodiil, this works out. Dark Convergence always adds pressure. Plague Break always adds pressure. People exploding around each other. Yeah. So you got Bloodthirsty, boost mag costs, double. Plague Break, boots, pants, gloves, and Dark Convergence on the belt. Tool Jewelry, Dark Convergence, one belt. 3 armor pieces of Plague Break, dual swords. You just change on the fly, give you situational setups. You're good to go. You pull them all together, go in and spam that. It does work fantastic. Chances are you're going to get hit. I don't remember how to make these. But these do come in handy for that situation. You get hit, you don't get knocked down. Proxy servants, boom. So, that's going to do it for the Mag DK. Be sure to catch me live on Twitch. Those that have been here, you have seen the gameplay of this Mag DK. I run her quite often. So, of course, the YouTube channel's got plenty of footage. Check it out. It's worth it. Hope you have fun, just as much fun as I do with it.